We wanted to make a series about first impressions and how we kind of make our own first impressions when we discover bands. This is the second out of 3 videos that we're going to do on this subject, so here we go. For most people at least, I think there is 2 ways that you find new artists. Either you are told about them by someone that you know, and then you search them in on YouTube, Facebook or whatever, and then you find them that way, or you just happen across them. And I think which one of those 2 ways you discover them helps gauge your first impression. So when I'm told to listen to an artist, I will usually go on either YouTube or Spotify and just listen to their music. At this point, I'm not really taking into consideration the brand and the logo, how they look as artists. I'm just kind of listening to how they sound and what I think of the music. And when I'm listening to a song for the first time, the first thing that I think about is, does it sound like anyone else? This is, I think, my biggest pet peeve when I'm either told to listen to bands or I find a new band in any way, is if they sound similar to another band that I already know, I'm probably not going to be as invested in this new band because I already have an artist in that style that I listen to. For instance, if I was told to listen to another grunge band, I already have some grunge bands that I listen to, I like them very much, and if the new one that I listen to is relatively similar to the ones I already listen to, I'm not really going to give that much of a shit because it's not that original. Even if the artist that I found is technically more original than the ones I already listened to, my mind is already kind of invested in the ones that I listen to, so any new ones are just kind of incidental, unless they are really good, in which case, yeah, I will listen to them. So that being said, I think it takes quite a lot of originality for me to like a new artist, or for them to be doing a similar style of music to an artist I already listen to, but in a much better way. For instance, I have, for quite a long time, I've been a fan of Slaves. I've listened to Slaves' first album anyway, quite a lot, really liked it. But recently I've been going off it because it seems a little bit too, what's the word, arrogant, I think. But recently I found a band called Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, and I discovered that they do quite a similar style, but they do it a hell of a lot better, in my opinion anyway. So they've kind of replaced Slaves for me.
So you kind of have like a group of artists that you don't really get anyone else involved with unless you want to kind of switch people out.
Yeah, like I have grunge bands that I like, I have indie bands that I like, I have like grime artists that I like, and it's very hard for other bands or artists in the same genre to kind of get into that for me.
Unless one of them fucks
yeah,
up, in which case you replace them.
Yeah, like I have the artists that I like, and it's very hard to kind of get in that unless you're doing something really good. The other way that I kind of find artists is if I just happen across them on either Facebook or YouTube in the suggested videos or whatever. And this is the point where I start to take branding into consideration. I'm more likely to listen to an artist on Facebook if they have a really good brand. Like if they have the colour scheme, the really solid cover photo, profile picture, it all lines up, it all looks really good, then I'm more likely to listen to it. I have a bit of a weird thing. Say if I come across an artist on YouTube or Spotify, I have a bit of a... I think it is just me that does this, and it is a bit weird for the fact that I do this, but sometimes I don't actually look at their social media or follow them on social media, because if I found a band and they've got a song or 2 that I really, really like, sometimes I have like a subconscious fear that when I look on their Facebook or their Twitter or whatever, then I'm going to discover that the dickheads or something. So sometimes I don't even look on the social media. I think that's because I kind of like to have an element of mystery about the artists that I like. I don't really like to know what they're like as people, because what they're like as people and what they're like as artists is 2 different things. That being said, like I said, if I find a new artist on Facebook, I'm more likely to listen to them if they have a good brand. So in conclusion, the thing I value most about creating a first impression about an artist is originality. If I hear an artist and they immediately sound like someone else, I'm just going to be like, no, done. And I get that all the time, especially with like indie bands or like new pop R&B style artists. Like as Lenny said, there's certain things in music that if I hear it, I'll just be like, no. Like especially in like the new style of R&B and pop, there's like that horrible hi-hat sound that's come about. And I really dislike that. Like as soon as I hear that, I'm just like, no. Yeah, moral of the story is, it's very hard for me to find new music that I actually like.
So don't try and impress Joe, try and impress someone else.
Yeah. If you want to see other videos from this series, then click over there, and if you want to see our best of playlist, then click over there. And have a good day.